When Emma first suggested marriage counseling, I thought it was a good idea. We've been drifting apart lately, busy with work, raising our son, and trying to juggle everything life threw at us. I wanted to believe counseling would bring us closer, help us rediscover why we fell in love in the first place. But what I didn't expect was the kind of advice we get. Her therapist, a divorced woman in her late 40s, had a way of talking that made everything sound reasonable. She always emphasized self-discovery, freedom, and not letting traditional boundaries cage you. At first, I didn't think much of it. One evening after a session, Emma sat me down in the living room. She looked hesitant, twisting her wedding ring nervously. "Daniel," she began, "Dr. Collins thinks maybe we should consider opening our marriage. Just slightly. Nothing serious. Just to rediscover ourselves." I stared at her, unable to process the words. "Open our marriage?" I repeated slowly. "As in, see other people?" Her face flushed. "Not like that. It's more about exploration. About not feeling trapped." I laughed, but there was no humor in it. "So, to fix our marriage, your therapist suggests we let strangers into it?" She sighed. "It's not about strangers. It's about me. About finding who I am again." That was the first crack. The kind of crack you don't notice until the whole foundation begins to crumble. Weeks passed, and Emma became distant. She stayed out late under the excuse of girls' nights. Her phone became glued to her hand, her laughter more frequent, but never shared with me. I felt her slipping further and further away. One night, she came home later than usual. I waited in the dark, my heart pounding. When she walked in, I asked calmly, "Emma, are you seeing someone?" Her eyes flickered. "Daniel, don't do this. It's not what you think." "It's exactly what I think," I replied. "Your self-discovery looks a lot like betrayal." She turned away, tears in her eyes. "I just want to feel alive again." Alive. The word cut deep, as if our marriage, our family, wasn't enough to make her feel alive. I couldn't sleep that night. The next day, I called the therapist's office and scheduled a private session. If this woman was going to wreck my marriage, I wanted to hear it from her directly. Dr. Collins sat across from me, calm and collected. "Daniel," she said, "Emma feels suffocated. She needs space to breathe. You have to understand, monogamy doesn't work for everyone." I clenched my fists. "And your advice is for her to cheat on her husband? To throw away our vows?" She smiled faintly. "Cheating is breaking rules. This would be rewriting them. Don't think of it as betrayal. Think of it as growth." Her words chilled me. It wasn't therapy. It was poison. When I got home, Emma was sitting on the couch, looking guilty. "Daniel, I kissed someone," she admitted softly. "It just happened." My chest tightened, but I stayed quiet. She went on. "It didn't mean anything." I was confused. "Please don't overreact." I stared at her for a long moment. "You know what, Emma? I'm not going to overreact. I'm going to act." The next day, I met with a lawyer. Quietly, calmly. I had given everything to this marriage. My loyalty, my heart, my trust. And Emma had traded it for self-discovery. Over the next few weeks, I pulled away emotionally while she spiraled deeper into confusion. She thought I was being distant, that I needed time. She had no idea I was preparing the papers. Then one evening, she came home looking devastated. "Daniel, I ended it. Whatever it was. I don't want anyone else. I want us. Please, let's fix this." I handed her the envelope. She froze as she opened it and saw the divorce papers inside. Her lips trembled. "Daniel, no. Please. This isn't what I wanted." I looked her in the eyes, steady and calm. "Emma, you wanted freedom. And I'm giving it to you. Completely." Tears streamed down her face. "Don't do this. We can try again. I made a mistake." I shook my head. A mistake is forgetting an anniversary. A mistake is saying something hurtful in an argument. What you did wasn't a mistake. It was a choice. And choices have consequences. She collapsed into sobs, clutching the papers. I walked past her, each step feeling heavier than the last, but also lighter in a way I hadn't felt in months. As I closed the door behind me, I realized something important. Love without respect is nothing but a cage. And sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk away from the cage, no matter how much it hurts. For years, I believed our vows were unbreakable. But that night, I understood a truth I should have seen sooner. Marriage isn't about rediscovering yourself through betrayal. It's about building each other up side by side. Emma's tears still echoed in my ears. But I didn't turn back, because the man I was rediscovering was someone who deserved honesty, loyalty, and love without conditions. And for the first time in a long time, I felt alive.